Having trouble with the Castle. Probably saw the previous video. Glitching out the motor, feeding back. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. So it's not even under warranty. So I bought something, and it's kind of neat. Yep, I bought a swordfish. This thing is absolutely huge. 300 amp swordfish. Not real sure where I'm going to put it yet, how I'm going to mount it. But yeah, it's a hell of a speed control. I did have problems with it though. First thing I did when I got it out of the box is I put my mouth on there. I put my mouth on that and I blew, and nothing came out the other end. Uh-oh, what's going on, I thought. So I took a piece of coat hanger and ran in, and it got to about here. It got all the way to here, which would be the other nipple on the other side to make the corner for the other side of the because it's got the cooling thing running this way, and it runs around and it exits over here. Well, I could only get, well, either way, but I could only get to like here, and it was kind of soft and pliable, so I figured the waterproofing solution that they put in there, they dip this thing in a waterproofing solution before they put the shrink wrap on there. They dip it in there, or they spray it, or whatever they do to it. I think, well, some of it got inside. Some of it got inside and plugged the chamber that this runs through, and I'm like, oh crap. Called the guy. He was going to send me a new one, but he only had one, and it had just sold on eBay. Nice guy. Talked to him on the phone about it. But in the meantime, what I had done when I first contacted him is I ran that piece of coat hanger up through there. But I warmed it up first. Warmed it up with a lighter, and it kind of pushed through a little bit, and I let it cool down. And when I pulled it back out, and I get a little hook on there too. I put a little hook on there. And when I let it cool in there, when I pulled it back out, it brought some stuff with it. Cleaned it off, warmed it back up, put it back in, let it cool, brought it out, brought some stuff with it. And finally I got through. Well, I went to check this side, and I accidentally poked through the tube that was there. Let's see if I can find it. It's right there on the ground. Oh, there go my glasses. This is the tube that was in there on the other side. It's kind of a small bore, I thought. Really tiny. I pushed the coat hanger through it, so there was a hole in it. There was no getting around it. I just wrecked it. So what I did is I warmed this back up, warmed the shrink wrap back up, and I got it bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I pulled it over like a sock, so it exposed all this end, and I put Tygon tubing back in there. And I tested it before I put the shrink wrap up and then re-shrunk it. So it flows good now. But anyway, that's what's going to be running the airboat now. It's a slight overvolt. I'm going to be putting 14 It's a max of 15 cells. I'm going to put 14 cells. This has a max of 11 cells. It's going to be overvolting it. I was overvolting it by 1 cell before. I'm going to be overvolting it by 4 cells. 3 cells. 15, before if I was 15. But I gotta wait for my shipment of. I got some 6mm connections coming, and I'm gonna have to wire this thing in here, and I'm gonna replace this loop here with 8 AWG wire and 6mm connections. This is getting a new. Well, no. God, how am I going to do that? I'm going to have to go 8 all the way up from the HXT connectors all the way up through. I'll keep the anti-spark, of course, but replace these with bigger connections for more power handling capabilities. And you'll see it coming up soon. It depends on if I decide to post this video or just add it to the next video when I get all my parts and get it all together. I don't know. Well, I'll probably post this one. This is kind of like an update of the spring readiness of the boats. Oh, this one. I had it in the water. I'll try to show. I'll show the video right here. I'll put it on. Alrighty, you want to get ahead?
Yeah. So how do you get it out?
Ooh.
So how
I think
do
I
you
like
get
this
it
one.
out? Oh my God! How do you
Is it
get
about half
that
throttle?
out?
Nope, that's full. But it's just a brushed motor.
How do you get the boats out then? Wow. I know. Wow.
Yeah, it does. Uh-oh.
Huh? What?
Well, I either fried something or... Well, you saw it. What happened was I thought the ESC blew. But it's fine. The motor blew. It really smells bad. So I've got a new motor on order for that too. This one I converted to brushless. I think that was a bad move because it slowed the thing down. Even though I put it on 3-cell, it slowed it down, and the water pickup tube, it doesn't go fast enough for it to pick up water and cool everything. It wasn't squirting any water. So I'll have to repair all this. I got a brushed motor coming again. I'll convert it back to brushed. What else? Oh, I got a new retrieval boat. The last one, it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. A little 8-footer. So, oh hey dog. I got a 10-footer now. So, here's my garden. But, this engine came with it. You can see that little Game Fisher 1.2. That came with the boat, along with oars. Well, I had to redo the oars, but yeah, $200. Wasn't bad. Anyway, I guess that's a spring update. I'll show you some more when I get it done on the electric SI, the Giant SI. But, I'm finding a hell of a time. I'm having a hell of a time finding a place to put batteries and mount that swordfish. Oh, what the hell happened to my face? Oh, there it is. So, I don't know. That's it. I'll update when I get things in the water. With 15 cells or 14 cells, I should make the 70 mile an hour mark. No problem. Because I'm right there. I'm right there on the cusp of 70 miles an hour. So maybe the next video you see of that boat will be just total annihilation and disintegration. Maybe. It's not built for speeds like that. Oh yeah, you see the carbon fiber tubes. Yeah, there was an incident. Anyway, carbon fiber tubes should stiffen things up a bit. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching.